Hello chorus and welcome to this week's video. I hope you're all keeping well. Right, let's get straight into the warm-up for this week. So, my hands are going to go off screen. Reach up to the ceiling and just wiggle your fingers. You'll have to trust me that I'm doing it. So wiggle those fingers and then we're going to stretch over to the left. Back to the middle. And stretch over to the right and back to the middle and then give those fingers another wiggle. Okay, hands down. Right, now shoulder roll. So we're going to roll with the shoulders, start by going up towards the ceiling and then towards me and then down to the floor and back. Okay, so just carrying on like that. Give your head a bit of a wiggle, make sure it doesn't get all tense. And as you're doing this, just think, where are my feet? Flat on the floor, shoulder width apart, hips aligned above feet, shoulders aligned above hips, head and neck relaxed. Okay, shoulder rolls in the other direction now, up, back, down, forward. There we go. Okay, just shake that out a bit, give yourself a little bit of a wiggle. Okay, so now head tall, shoulders back and relaxed. So I'm going to be breathing in and out. Okay, in and out. So now in through the nose and out through the mouth. In, out, in, out, in, out. One more, in, out. Okay, lip trill. Okay, just a little bit of siren-y. Just join in with me. So going right up to the top of your voice. And now let's do one that goes right down to the bottom, okay? It's harder to do when you go lower down. One more time. Okay. And now we're going to make that into an exercise. So, okay, and one. Next one up, and one. And one. Okay, keep that going. Find a nice slide between the notes. So rather than you're not trying to jump down, but you're sliding. And one. Okay, shake that out. Sometimes when we do a first bit of singing, we go into a funny posture. Let's just think again. Feet, shoulder width apart, hips above feet, shoulders above hips, head nice and relaxed. Give your arms a wiggle. Okay. So now we're going to do like this exercise where we slightly purse our lips like this. Okay. We're not pressing the lips together. They're kind of almost closed, a little gap. Okay? And we're going to go. Okay? 2, 3, 4. idea? Now let's do that as an octave. So we're trying to find resonance. We're trying to get those cheek muscles working and vibrating, and we're thinking about the head resonance, especially as we go higher, okay? And so again, just slightly pursed lips, like this, okay? And just a little gap, and don't press the lips together. And that free resonance when you get up to the top, yeah? Imagine the sound coming out of the top of your head. Down the octave if you want. Now we're going to work on nasal resonance. So we're going to go nya 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 nya, and really feeling that in your nose. The most nasal sound you can make. Nya 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 nya. So and the tune is da 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 da. Let's try. Nya 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 nya. Next one up. Yen 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 yen. Next one. Yen 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 yen. Next one. Yen 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 yen. Next one. Yen 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 yen. Last one, and yen 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 yen. Okay, and finally, let's do some slightly faster scales than normal. So we'll go just on an R to get the scale. 3 and okay, one more time and. Okay, now I'm going to go E on the way up and R on the way down. And E, R, and E, R, E, E, R, E, R. Okay, great. So this week we are looking at the Sanctus from the incredible Mass in G minor by Vaughan Williams. And in this version we're doing it in English. So you'll find this on page 101, brilliantly, of the booklet. And we're going to look at the first choir, okay? So, there won't be this organ introduction that's written here. It just starts straight at the double bar, andante con moto, okay? Let's have a little sight read of this first section. So there's the note for the sopranos and altos, okay? So just sing chorus 1, ignore the bottom 4 vocal staves, just look at chorus 1, choir 1, okay? 2, 3, and... off. Okay? So the way we sing this is dolce, really sweetly, and no vibrato, senza vibrato, yeah? Pianissimo, and just the most even sound you can make, okay? Let's just take this apart a little bit. Let's do the altos first, okay? So altos from your first entry, second bar of the andante. 2, 3, 4. Three and 1, 2. Off and 1, 2. Okay, now I'll play soprano and alto. So altos you can sing your line against the soprano line, and sopranos you can sing your line. Okay. So just the ladies from the double bar at the beginning, bar 6, 2, 3, 4. Off and off and 1, 2, off. Okay, now let's look at the gentlemen, the tenors and basses. So your first entry, we're just looking for a lovely warm pad of sweet sound, yeah? And again, if possible, senza vibrato, yeah? Okay, let's just take that chord apart. So second basses at the bottom, first basses, second tenors, first tenors, okay? So let's just sing that chord straight. 2, 3, 4. Off, okay? And let's just do the little lead in. So I'll give you 2 bars. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now the next chord, figure A, second basses, first basses, second tenors, first tenors. Okay, so I'll give you a bar before that, 2 bars actually. 3, 4. And then the last one, 4 before B, second basses, first basses, second tenors, first tenors. Here's 2 bars in. Okay, I'm sure you're absolutely fine with that. Great. Let's carry on now. Let's look at the next little bit and just have a little bit of a sight read of it up to the next double bar. Okay, so we're going to be starting from the più mosso, second bar of B. I've actually got bar numbers here now, bar 27. Okay, here we go, soprano lead, and remember, just choir 1, everybody. Here we go. 1, 2. Okay, so it goes along at a fair lick. Let's go slightly under tempo, and let's go part by part. So let's start with the soprano part. Okay, heaven and earth are full, bottom of 103. Don't think there's anything to tell you, sopranos. You just do exactly what it says on the tin. Accents where they're written, dynamics as written. Let's go for it. Soprano, slightly under tempo. Piano and marcato, okay? 1, 2. And 1. And 1. Okay, so it's all about finding those cross-rhythm sopranos. In slow motion here at the end, heaven and earth are full of thy glory. Take the bar lines out completely and feel that as a bar of 3, heaven and then a bar of 2, earth are, another bar of 2, full are, and then a bar of 3, full of thy glory. So each accent is like the beginning of a bar. Has to dance along like that, okay? And it's the same at the beginning, really. Heaven and earth are full of thy glory, yeah? So see that bar not as a 3-2 bar, I'm in bar 28, but as, a 6-4 bar. So dam, bim, ba, da, di, da. Full of thy glory, yeah? And then at the top of page 104, heaven and earth are full of thy glory, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah? Count it like that. Bum, dum, dee, dum, dee, da, dum, da, dee, da. Okay? You get the idea, sopranos. Lovely. Let's work with the altos now. So bottom of page 103. So you hear 1, 2, 1. 1. And 1. And 1. Okay, so again there at the end altos, bar 41. Heaven and earth are full of thy glory. It's not so obvious in your melody, but dum bum bum ba dum dee dum dee da dum dee da. That should be the feel. So that the least important note to emphasize is R at the beginning of bar 43, yeah? Are full of thy glory. Okay. And let's just look at the beginning there, altos. Because we have 1, heaven and earth are, is how you would naturally do it. Heaven and earth are. And we don't want that, we want heaven and earth are full. 1, dum, bum, ba, dee, da, da. Yeah? So you hear, da, 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 heaven and earth are full. Yeah? Good. Let's look at tenors now. No, let's look at basses. Okay, so basses, you come in at the bottom of 104. And then sing through basses. So end of bar 40 into bar 41. Full of thy glory, of thy glory. And you can snatch a little breath just before of in bar 43. I'm just going to put that in. You can just snatch a little one there to kind of pay you back for that carry through at the end of bar 40. Okay, here we go, basses. Bottom of 104, last bar. Heaven and earth. 1, 2. Heaven and earth are full of thy glory, of thy glory. Okay? And finally, tenors. Just all in one, I think, tenors. Here we go, so bar 40 and 1. easy money. Great. Let's just recap that whole section because it's quite tricky, okay? So now that we've kind of had a basic look at the notes, let's think more about the dynamics. So we start off piano and we stay piano all the way through page 104. First 2.5 bars of 105 until the tenors have come in. Okay, so tenors, you come in piano, although pinch of salt because it's so low. Let's hear it. And then we start to crescendo just at the very end. So last 4 bars. Okay, it's basically a quick fire, quicksilver, but quiet section. Okay, with just a little crescendo at the end. Well, a big crescendo at the end, but a short one. Okay, here we go. Bottom of 103. 1 and 2 and. Okay, let's now have a little bit of a go at the next section. Okay, let's just have a sight read to the end. Okay, so sopranos, altos, tenors, basses. Sorry, tenors, not very clear with your note. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's take that apart. So there's lots of these cross rhythms, hemiola rhythms. Be dum ding dum bum 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 bum. Just as smooth as you can. Don't be bumping them. But da da dee da da dee da. Okay, quite lyrical with those cross rhythms. Okay, let's start with the basses, shall we? So page 106. Bar 45. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, a little point for everybody. In this bar, bar 50, we all sing through. You're probably doing this anyway, but be to thee, O Lord. Yeah? Don't try and take a breath there, okay? From basses, let's pick it up from there. Bar 49. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So just a couple of things for everybody to listen up to. First thing is on page 108, from the 4th bar, we do a diminuendo over 4 bars. Lord, Lord, Most High. Yeah? And we don't breathe after Lord, the 4th bar of A. Yeah? We don't breathe, we go straight through into O Lord. So, O Lord, Most High. So we get to our piano by high, okay? And then piano, to thee, O Lord, Most High. Okay? Then, the next thing is on page 110 for everybody. We make Lord in bar 69 into a crotchet, yeah? O Lord, Most High. So crotchet on Lord, D on the second beat, yeah? And then the last thing, Most High. We basically get rid of that tied crotchet on the first beat of the bar that the RNS starts in. So it goes high, off, ah. Okay? Great. With that in mind, let's look at the tenors. So we're in bar 45 tenors on page 106. Okay? 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 1, 2. And 1. Diminuendo. 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Lord, most high, 2, 3, off. No. And the N is just going to be on the first beat of the next bar, yeah? So that's what the tied quaver is actually for. Okay, now altos. Okay, here we go, altos. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 1, 2. 3, 1. 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, forte. 2 and off. And off. Very good. And finally, let's look at the sopranos, okay? So moderato maestoso, middle of page 106 sopranos. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Diminuendo. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Or off. 2, 3, off. 1, 2, 3, no. Okay, so let's all sing from. Let's go back to Heaven and Earth are Full. Actually, no, let's sing the whole thing. Let's sing the whole thing from the beginning. Okay, here we go. Really dolcissimo at the beginning. 3 and. Off. 1, 2. One, Okay, so let's look at choir 2 now, chorus 2. And I really urge you to learn both, chorus 1 and chorus 2. It's fantastic for your knowledge of the piece if you've looked at both, and the beauty of this is that we've got time to do that at the moment. They're not really anything to do with high or low. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 bars or something, but you really do end up, second sopranos end up on the top, just as often as first sopranos, for instance. So don't think of it as first soprano, second soprano. It's just 2 choirs, it's just antiphonal effect. Okay, so let's look at choir 2. So we'll start from, I'll play from the first bar of the andante, so you'll hear choir 1, and then we'll have a sight read of this first section. Here we go. And choir 1, here we go, sopranos, and altos. Three, four. 1, 2, off. Here's choir 1. 3, 4. 1, and. Off and. 3, 4. Altos. 1, 2. 1, 2, off. Okay, good news for the tenors and basses is that it's exactly the same for this section, so you've already learned this. So now let's look at the altos of choir 2. Okay, so last bar of the first page. 2, 3, 4. Off. You hear choir 1. 1, 2. Off. And here's choir 1. 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so that is one place where the second alto part is lower than the first alto, and indeed lower than the tenors. And the tenors are above you there. Okay, now I'm going to play soprano and alto of choir 2. So altos can have another go with the soprano line above you, and sopranos, you can hear your line. Okay, so I'll play from choir 1, first page, choir 1. Sopranos, here we go. Altos. Off. Choir 1. 3, 4. Okay, so just a little bit of crossing there if you're a soprano. Here you go underneath the altos. Okay, let's do that. So this is 3 before A, sopranos and altos. Actually, I'll just play the soprano line. 3 before A, 3, 4. Okay, and now with the alto line against it, 3, 4. Off, choir 1, 3, 4, altos. Okay, let's look at the next section now. So you know the ground rules of this section, looking for your accents, okay, all the way through. So I'll play from choir 1 and let's have a sight read through. Okay, so bottom of 103. Ah. Okay, let's have a little look at that. Let's start with the sopranos. Okay, you know how to do it. Bottom of 103. 1 and 2 and. One. Still piano and. Okay, so firstly let's talk about breathing. Sopranos, let's go through after full, the first word of page 105, yeah? Full of thy glory, and then breathe. Glory, heaven and earth are full of thy glory. And this last phrase, again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, yeah? So really ignore the bar lines. Heaven and earth are full of thy glory. Really feel it like that. Okay, let's now look at the altos. Okay, last bar of page 103. Here we go, altos. 1, 2, and 1. So your first little phrase there is complicated, altos. In slow motion, it's 1. Heaven and earth are full of thy glory. Okay, so really go with the accents. It's totally across the bar lines. Heaven and earth are full of thy glory. Yep, one more time. And 1. Heaven and earth are full of thy glory. Now do that with me beating 2. And 1. Heaven and earth are full of thy glory. Go on. Are full of thy glory. Heaven and earth are full of thy glory. 1. Okay, you can snatch a little breath in that last bar of page 105 there, altos. Glory are full. Yeah. Okay, tenors. Actually, no, let's do basses. Or is it exactly the same? Oh, it's exactly the same. Wonderful. We're all learnt tenors and basses. Just checking. Great. Okay, yeah, it's exactly the same. Good. Okay, let's now look at the next section. So, page 106, bar 45. Okay. That's choir 1, and you're coming in. Okay. So you need to have that G major in your mind. We've done this, and then we go, and in you come. Okay. So I'm going to go from the double bar line, okay? Third bar of 106. This is choir 1. 1, 2, 3. So generally, everything is going to be very obvious. On page 107, second last bar, we don't breathe after thee, just like we didn't in choir 1. Be to thee, O Lord, through legato. Okay? Give us a good amount of sound on this wonderful little glory. It's the second last bar of 108. Glory! Yeah, give that, let that punch through the texture a little bit. Okay, and then just like in choir 1, we lop off the tied crotchet on the 4th bar of the last page, yeah? Off. Amen. Okay, let's take this from the bases. Okay, so page 106, last bar, you hear the choir 1. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, off. Okay, so it's quite an awkward line, basses actually, on page 109, isn't it? Thee, O Lord, to thee, O Lord, most high. And 1, 2, most high. Really jumping around with thirds, fifths, goes very low, and then a massive wide leap to most high. Okay, tenors from page 106. I'll play from the double bar. Here's choir 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, altos. Here we go, 106, I'll play from the double bar. Here's choir 1. And. And glory, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And 1. And no. Okay, and finally, sopranos. Here we go, 106. 1, 2, 3. And. Okay, let's sing through the whole thing, just the choir 2 part, from the beginning. Here we go. So you get a bar of choir 1, 2. Here we go, sopranos, altos, tenors and basses. 1, 2, off. Choir 1. Here we go. Off. Here's choir 1. And. Basses. Off, choir 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And glory be to and off. There we go. So just a difficult bit of counting for choir 2 is probably just the last 2 pages really, isn't it? Thee, O Lord, to Thee, O Lord Most High, yeah? Lord Most High, Most High. It's kind of slightly easy to lose yourself a little bit in those cross rhythms, yeah? So if I count it out, from B to Thee, the last bar of 108, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Hopefully that's helpful. I'll do that one more time, okay? B to Thee. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay? You can think of it, and the way I guess I tend to think of it is going into little threes and big threes, okay? So that would be B2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So if you're thinking in those the big three, then most is on an and. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, most high. Okay, that might be a better way of thinking about it. Good, I hope you've enjoyed this week's video. Hopefully you've been sent a survey, and it would be fantastic if you could fill that in. It's going to really help me and the team at Sage plan our activities and make this work for you as well as possible, and keep the chorus alive in the best way that ensures the survival of the chorus going forward. Okay, have a great week. Bye.